Hey everybody, this is Derek, aka No One. Good to see you guys back. And I had some great responses yesterday to the Tarja video, and I also had some great recommendations. So I'm gonna skip the fluff and I'm just gonna get right to it, um, because I had quite a few songs and performances that were requested. One was requested at least twice, so I want to focus on that one. And missing number 2732 and Stefan Juhas 7236 both recommended Tarja's Shadow Play live at Circus Life. And missing number 2732 let me know that this is a grand prog piece and it was written after she recovered from a stroke. So that caught my attention too. So we're gonna do shadow play. Um, Going forward, with any reaction video that I do, I am not gonna do some intro. I hate intros. I'm basically gonna do my reaction videos the way I enjoy reaction videos. When I click on a reaction channel and all of a sudden you get this like 60-second intro, boring. I just kind of like want to skip ahead. I may do an outro later, like a 10-second outro, but intros I can't stand. Okay. Also, because of monetization in the future and for copyright and YouTube nonsense, I'm gonna keep everything PG. And another thing that I personally don't want to do is it's fine for everybody else. I know that everybody wants to, I'm going to go in this blindly. And then sometimes they go into it blindly and then they're like, what's happening? What are they talking about? And it's like, then how are you concentrating on the music? How are you concentrating on the vocals? How are you concentrating on. Listen, when you react to not just a reaction channel, but when you immerse yourself into a performance or a song or something for the first time, you've got a lot to look at, whether it's, or to experience, I should say, whether it's, the music, the instrumentation, kind of picking all that up, the lyrics, picking that up, and then trying to decipher, okay, what does this all mean? And then, the vocals, harmonies, then there's fashion, there's stage setup. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. So now, am I going to watch the video before I do a reaction? Of course not. Then it's not a real reaction. So when I do this video, I have not seen it. I have no idea what obviously I see the first scene here, Tarja at the piano, which by the way, I'm already excited about. I don't think I've ever seen her play the piano. But I don't like to go into things blindly. I do like the gist of it, and then I can fill in the pieces later. That way I'm not like so focused on the lyrics that I miss out on the music or that I miss out on everything else. Just as an example, some people like to go into Nightwish's Poet and the Pendulum or The Greatest Show on Earth, and they want to go in there blind. I don't want to know anything. And then they start reacting to it and they're like, oh, I think it's about this, and no, it's not about any of that. Yeah. Maybe if you would have just did a little bit of research to see exactly what it's about, you could have filled in the blanks afterwards, and all you need is like the basic premise, like The Greatest Show on Earth, life, the evolvement of the universe and Earth and life on it to what it could become in the future and all of that stuff. But anyway, so I have the lyrics pulled up here for Shadow Play, and I also have under songtell.com a little bit of a meaning of the song. Now, I don't know if this is exactly what Tarja had in mind when she wrote the song. If she wrote the song, let me see if it says who wrote the song. Shadow Play, Tarja, lyrics. Writers, Tarja Turunen. Okay, so Tarja wrote this song. And I don't know if this is exactly what she had in mind for the meaning. So I'm going to read this to you guys. If there's something wrong or incorrect, then by all means, let me know in the comment section. But this is just so that I can go in with the basic idea and emotion. And I just, to let everybody know, I did already read through this, but just real quickly, just so that you guys can correct this information if it needs to be. So it says that Shadow Play by Tarja explores the theme of personal struggles and a desire to break free from a life filled with fear and uncertainty. The song tells the story of a girl who once appeared innocent and angelic but has since been overwhelmed by harsh reality. I think a lot of us can relate to that, right? In the first verse, the girl's reflection in the mirror represents self-reflection and introspection. She is portrayed as weary, asking herself questions about her identity and purpose. The mention of the girl dressing as an angel in disguise indicates that she may have initially presented a facade of happiness or positivity, but deep down she was struggling. So that's interesting. So I'll keep that in mind later when I go over the lyrics. The second verse illustrates the girl's beauty being overshadowed by hardships. Another very relatable thing, right? So the rain of thorns and falling petals symbolize the challenges and disappointments that she has faced throughout her life. The phrase, a sad charade, suggests that she has been living a lie, pretending to be happy despite her inner turmoil. Again, relatable. The chorus expresses her desire for change and escape. She no longer wants to take risks or live in a place that fills her with fear. She feels terrified at the possibility of losing everything she holds dear in life. In the third verse, the girl feels trapped and isolated. The echoes of the empty hall represent her loneliness and the absence of support or understanding from others. Boy, can I relate to that. Okay. She decides to let down her defenses and make a deal with the enemy, suggesting that she is willing to take risks and confront her fears. The bridge emphasizes the importance of self-discovery and taking control of one's own life. The girl is encouraged to focus on the present moment rather than seeking validation or approval from others. It prompts the listener to consider the concept of permanence and the power of their thoughts in shaping their reality. The final chorus reiterates the girl's longing for change and her reluctance to continue living a life filled with fear. She wants to break free from the constraints holding her back and find a place where she can live authentically and without fear of losing what she holds dear. Overall, Shadow Play portrays the struggle of inner battles and the yearning for freedom and self-expression. It encourages listeners to confront their fears, seek change, and embrace the present moment. So that's wonderful. And I did already pre-read through the lyrics, so I'm not going to do that right now. As a matter of fact, let's just get into the performance. And I didn't have any issues with the first Tarja performance. And I think I only paused twice in it and then just kind of like gave a few thoughts. So that's what I'm going to do again, is just a couple times. So let's get into it. Okay, so here is Tarja Shadow Play live, or official video, I think it's live, at Circus Life. Okay. Okay, so just to give my first thoughts on this. First of all, I love Tarja playing the piano. I love it. Did she ever do that in Nightwish? I don't remember, but no, because I guess Duomus was always doing it, right? So this is beautiful for me to see Tarja playing the piano like this. Love her heels. Love the whole outfit. I love the stage setup. I love the colors. Very dramatic, right? It's like warm dramatic. And I love, in addition to the piano, you've got the metal music in the back with the drums and the bass and the guitars. So I'm loving that. Again, her facial expressions reflecting that she's feeling the lyrics and that she is, she's performing it facially, so as she's singing it, she's embodying the emotion and then again, exuding it. Those are my initial thoughts. In the meantime, I'm drinking my matcha latte. So I'm going to go back a little bit. There we go. And continue on. And I do have like the lyrics pulled up here a little bit. Again, I reread it before, but okay, let's go.
With the enemy, I let her faces fall.
Okay, I'm gonna put this back a little bit because I know she's starting on the chorus, and I think she's just gonna do like two more choruses, and end this. So this is probably like the only good spot to like pause. I didn't want to pause it during that like instrumental section. I guess it was like after the bridge. Um, First of all, again, look at this. I mean, the lights, the warmth, dramatic warmth of the colors. I can see the backup singers now. Um, this is just oh, and it's cool. Is this kind of like, I don't know, is the whole thing like a circle of an audience around them? Either way, it's absolutely beautiful, and the way that Daria is in the middle, elevated on the piano. um I haven't seen anything like that since like maybe here in America, like years ago with like Evanescence. Yes, we know that Tadia was first. We know that. As a matter of fact, I think Amy Lee was inspired by Tadia. And did they ever do a duet? Did they do like one duet together, Tadia and Amy Lee, or am I thinking of like Amy Lee and Within Temptation? I'm not quite sure. But either way, that's gorgeous. I love the setup. And again, I love Daria playing the piano. That's so beautiful to see. I love musicians and instrumentation. Um, the words resonate so well with me, and I'm sure with so many of you as well. And for anybody that's watching this for the first time, I'm gonna at least read through the lyrics after the performance. So if you want to stick around for that, I'm not gonna like do a deep dive analysis because at the beginning of the video when I went through the song meaning, I can see the song meaning now with the lyrics. So I'm just gonna go over the lyrics, and I'll probably put it in the description too as well. I'll probably start doing that from now on. Um, but those are like my thoughts at the moment, and I kind of like want to go back into it and let it just ride and play through. But I just wanted to say that that instrumentation, the when everything dropped, and that actually there were a few moments where I got really heavy, and I really like that. But then when it dropped and it was just Daria on the piano, I loved that too. So, and then it came in and got heavy, and then she started into the chorus. So let's ride the rest out because I think it's just gonna get back into the chorus. Did I already put it back? I think I did. Okay, so let me just press play. Don't mind me, I'm a little neurotic, and I have my matcha latte, so. Whoops. Okay, we're going to be doing that soon, in a sense. Okay. Um, oh, I loved that. That was fantastic. So now that I've got two Tarja solo songs under my belt, I'm going to make a Spotify playlist for myself and add these two songs so that I can start listening to them in the car. And then and there are going to be some Taria songs that I may listen to on my own that I don't necessarily need to, that not need to, but necessarily that I'm going to react to. I find it funny sometimes with like when people discover Nightwish and they're like, oh, I don't want to listen to this song unless I react to it. And then they get tired of reacting to Nightwish and then they probably never listen to the song. So for me, it's all about the music, but a lot of Daria's solo stuff, that you guys are introducing me to. I do want to share this experience with you guys. So with that said, again, can I just say that it is wonderful to see Daria so happy. Aside from music, aside from her fashion and looking like beautiful, right? Um, it's just so nice to see her happy. Just like if I see Annette, it's so nice to see her happy. With the stuff that they went through years ago. We're not going to bring it up. We all know. But it's good to see Daria flourishing. Look at all the people that came out to like see her. Um, and I think that there's a performance that somebody recommended to me from the Wacken Open Air. Wait, and what year? You know what? I'll look for it later because I made a little list of all the recommendations that some of you guys posted. And but yeah, so I love how I paused it there with the Taria logo. So I didn't plan on that. That's kind of cool. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for experiencing this with me. I loved the song. I loved the music. And can I just also mention um, Taria's singing, her vibrato, in my opinion, has gotten way better than like let's say 20 plus years ago. Her vibrato was a little slower, right? Or am I crazy? But I think I mean she's got so many years of experience of singing under her belt that of course, you know, she's well, any singer and artist is just going to get better as they develop their own skills and as they get to know their body and their vocal cords and all of that stuff. And we all, I'm not a vocal coach, but I've seen a lot of them. So there are techniques that I know, a little bit. I'm not necessarily a singer, I'm more of a growler. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this beautiful performance with me. And I'm not quite sure which one. I mean, I may do Innocence next for my next Daria reaction. Now, somebody recommended a song from Rammstein, and I think in one of the comment, I think in that comment I posted that, in all honesty, I think I've only ever heard one Rammstein song, excuse me, in my whole entire life, which is Du hast. Is that what it's called? And I don't even know what that means because I think it's German, right? So, whatever that song is, the other one, I may react to that one next. And then going forward in the future, because Flor Jansen is working on a second solo album. So I'm looking forward to, reacting to some of her solo stuff too. And remember in that video that I posted on what Daria, just that like, little clip that Daria and Flor, they were chatting, and Daria was telling Flor that she was watching her YouTube covers like during the pandemic, and she was mentioning Flor's panel walls, and then Flor was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sitting in the studio right now. It looks a mess, but I'm here right now." So I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, "Oh, so not just are they friends, but they respect each other musically and they enjoy each other's art." So I thought that was like really cool. So there's no doubt on my mind that Flor watches Daria's solo stuff and respects it and is in awe. I mean, it just is what it is, right? They're friends, they love each other, and so we need to continue that love. I think Tarja said that at the end of it, right? And then Flor said at the end of the Over the Hills and Far Away duet that they did when Flor joined her on stage. I think Tarja said to keep the love going, and then I think Flor said something like, love is the glue, and both of them are so right. So again, love for Tarja, because this is a Tarja video, and so thank you very much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.